We move on to the next area, which is set off of losses and carry forward slash set off of losses. Okay, set off of losses and carry forward and set off of losses. Okay, that is the chapter we are going to see now. Okay, on a quick fire basis, for clubbing, set off and all, there are no amendments as such. Okay, so it stays on. On a quick fire basis, we saw in the first class itself that we divide business into three, that is specified, speculative and general. Specified and speculative, both respectively, in the year of losses or carry forward, can be set off only against the same income. Whereas general business, in the year of incurrence, except salaries any place or any other thing, in the case of brought forward against any business losses. So a quick look at the theory first. House property loss within the same head can be set off fully. Intra-head, that is between heads, maximum restricted to 2 lakhs. And once you carry forward one-to-one correlation, only against income from house property, 8 assessment years. Speculative loss, be it in the same year, be it carry forward, only against speculative income, maximum 4 years. Specified business loss, be it in the same year or carry forward, okay, only against specified business, okay, and it is for an indefinite period. This is for an indefinite period. General business loss, in the same year except salaries, in the same year except salaries, if you carry forward, maximum is 8 assessment years. If you carry forward, maximum is 8 assessment year. STCL, be it current year or carry forward, either against STCG or LTCG. Either against STCG or LTCG, maximum 8 years. Maximum 8 years. LTCL, be it current year or carry forward, only against the LTCG, again maximum 8 years. Winning race horses, maximum 4 years, be it current year or carry forward. Okay. Unabsorbed depreciation, unabsorbed SR expenditure, family planning expenditure, everything. You need not worry about the other two. Unabsorbed depreciation is for indefinite period. So two things are for indefinite period: specified business loss, unabsorbed depreciation. Two things for 4 years: speculation loss, loss from race horses. All others are 8 years, one-to-one correlation when you carry forward. Oh, I missed a part of the question. Huh? I think I missed a part of the question here. Okay, without understanding that it is continuing, I stopped there. Mr. A gifted to rupees 2 lakh to his minor son, who invested the same in business and derived rupees 20,000 from the investment. Okay, normally business is carried on. Normally business is carried on due to skill set. So this will be taxable in the hands of minor son. His son derived 20,000 an income from through business involving application of skill. During the year, he got a monthly pension. He had no other income. Okay. Discuss the tax implication of each transaction. Fine. We did it. I will complete it in the Excel sheet, but I didn't know that I had continued. Let me focus on question number 5.
So, but businessல போட்டால் அது வந்து ஸ்கில் ஃபிக்ஸட் டெபாசிட்ல போட்டால் ஸ்கில் இல்லையா சார்?
ஆமா ஸ்கில் ஃபிக்ஸட் டெபாசிட்ல
பிசினஸ்ல மட்டும் என்ன சார் ஸ்கில் இருக்கு?
பிசினஸ் கண்டக்ட் பண்ணணும்னா ஒரு ஸ்கில் வேண்டாம்.
இன் ஹிஸ் பிசினஸ்னு கொடுக்கல சார். என்ன பிசினஸ்?
In business is a participative thing. Fixed deposit is just a amount deposited and the return is certain and you non-participative.
Okay sir.
Mr. Jatin, a resident individual, furnishes the following particulars of his income and other details for 1920. Income from salaries, loss from HP, business loss, LTCG on sale of land, loss from maintenance of racehorse, loss from gambling. That will never be taken. There cannot be loss from winnings. Winnings can only be positive. The other details of unabsorbed depreciation and brought forward losses are unabsorbed depreciation, loss from speculative business, STCL. Compute the GTI of Mr. Jatin and the amount of loss to be that can be carried forward or not. Okay. Loss which can be set off against salary income or any head. In fact, not even salary, any head I can set it off. 1,25,000. Loss which cannot be set off against salaries. Okay, I'm not completing the statement. Please hold, which cannot be set off against salary. I will come back to that. Leave a line. I will come back to that. Okay, for capital gains, LTCG on sale of LTCG on sale of land, 382,700. 382,700. Okay, and less STCL brought forward. This can be STCL brought forward can be adjusted against LTCG or STCG. Less STCL brought forward. Okay, STCL brought forward 9,700. 9,700 So I am getting 3,73,000. 3,73,000. Now I am going back. Loss which cannot be set off against salaries but can be set off against LTCG, because business loss of the current year cannot be set off against salary but can be set off against any other income. Okay, minus 40,000. Minus 40,000. Had this not been there, I would have carried forward it. Since it is there, I am taking the set off benefit. Okay. Loss from resource can only be taken later in the carry forward. Less brought forward unabsorbed depreciation. Less brought forward unabsorbed depreciation, 20,000. That can be set off against any income. Gross total income, 4,58,000. Gross total income, 4,58,000. Okay. Okay. Losses to be carried forward. Losses to be carried forward. Okay. Speculation loss is 22,000. Loss from owning and maintenance of racehorse, 21,000. 21,000. Okay. Note, loss from gambling to be ignored. Compute the gross total income Mr. Rajashekar and show the items eligible for carry forward and the assessment years up to which losses can be carried forward from the following information. Loss from speculative business, it can only be carried forward. Okay, income from speculative, sorry, this can be adjusted. This 120 can be adjusted against this 225. Loss from specified business to be carried forward, income dana. Okay, income from specified business. Okay, income from salaries, loss from house property only to the extent of 2 lakhs we can adjust, only to the extent of 2 lakhs. Income from trading, income from racehorse, LTCG, LTCL. Okay, following are the brought forward losses. Racehorse, brought forward loss of speculative business, 1617, 1718, 1819, 1920. Life is there. Brought forward loss of trading business, 1617, 1718, 1819, 1928. Years is there. Brought forward loss of specified business. Assume Mr. Rajasekhar has furnished his ROI on or before the due date of filing return in all the above cases. So out of 2,20,000, out of the loss of 2,20,000, 2 lakhs can only be set off during the year. Remaining 20,000, you need to carry forward it to the subsequent years.
சார் இந்த பிஸ்னஸ் லாஸ்ல எனக்கு டவுட் இருக்கு சார்.
Raja?
2-3 ஜெனரல் பிசினஸ் இருந்தா ஒரு ஜெனரல் பிசினஸோட கேரி ஃபார்வர்டை வேற ஜெனரல் பிசினஸோட அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணலாமா சார்?
பண்ணலாம். Even if the business is closed down, loss of discontinued general business can also be carried forward and adjusted against continuing business.
அதே மாதிரி கரண்ட் இயர் லாஸும் இருக்கு, கேரி ஃபார்வர்ட் லாஸும் இருக்குன்னா கரண்ட் இயர் லாஸை வேற ஏதாவது இப்போ கேபிட்டல் கெயின்ஸ்ல அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டு கேரி ஃபார்வர்ட் லாஸை ஒரு பிசினஸோட ப்ராஃபிட்டோட அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணலாமா சார்? அப்போதானே சார் பெனிஃபிஷியலா இருக்கும்.
எப்போ ஒரு ஹெட் இருக்கோ அந்த ஹெட்டுக்கு தான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ப்ரிஃபரன்ஸ். Only if you are unable to, உனக்கு பெனிஃபிட்காக பார்க்க முடியாது, but when there is a head you should adjust only against that head. In other words, இப்போ கரண்ட் இயர்ல பிசினஸ் லாஸ் இருக்கு or current yearல business income இருக்கு, there is a house property loss இது current year, there is a brought forward business loss. Business income should be first adjusted against that business loss. Balance only is available for house property loss. Head to head is first adjustment.
Head to head first adjustment, okay sir. But head to headல நான் first carry forward loss adjust பண்றேன்.
No.
அப்போ பாக்கி இருக்கிறது current loss can be adjusted against house property.
No. First compute income, then only brought forward.
Okay sir.
First the speculation. Speculation income. Income from BPO. Income from BPO speculation business is 2,25,000. Loss from MNO, another speculation business, 1,20,000. Okay. Brought forward loss of speculative business MNO is 18,000. Okay, 18,000. Okay, our friend was asking me, first நான் இந்த 18, suppose இப்போ 225 இல்லைன்னு வச்சுங்களேன், it is, let us take that only I have 20,000. He was asking, can I first adjust this 18,000 because I will get fresh lease of 4 years from today for this particular loss. I said, no, you should not do like that. First current year, chapter heading is set off. First current year, then only brought forward and set off.
So, but when there are interheads, then we can give preference to the brought forward loss, sir. The same.
Obviously, it will be preference.
So, in that case, even if house property has a current year loss, sir, but we have carried forward business loss, then we have to.
So, unless to determine business income, we need to adjust that loss. Then only we can determine business income. After that, only current year house property. அதுதானே lawmakers-க்கு easy. ஏன்னா benefit வந்து lawmakers-க்கு தான், not for you. Because when you carry forward house property, you can set it off only against IHP. Whereas current year, you will try to set it off against other income. So they are always saying, first to find out the current year income by adjusting all your that heads brought forward loss. Then only cross set off can take place.
Okay, sir.
ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிளுக்கு, for an example, suppose this is 4,20,000. Yes, I can take minus 40 to the outer column because I can set it off against these two things. General business laws can be set off or brought forward and set off against any business income. Speculation loss against general business income, not possible, whereas vice versa is possible. General business loss against speculation income, possible. General business loss against specified business, possible. Both set off and that. Whereas specified business loss against general business income, not possible. So, please understand, the reverse is possible, okay, but not the current one. 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20. More years you can carry forward. For assessment year 17, 18. 17, 18, I mean 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, 21. One more year only you can carry forward. This is not financial year, this is assessment year. So financial year should be 16, 17. Okay. 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 we are moving into deductions from gross total income. We are moving to chapter 6A of income tax law, okay, which is deductions from gross total income. This is chapter 6A of income tax law. Chapter 6A of income tax law, deductions from gross total income. Okay. 80C to 80G are okay are outflow or expenditure oriented deductions. 80I, which is not there in our syllabus, okay, 80I to 80I is not there, but other sections 80I to 80U inflow or income oriented deductions. Okay, so this chapter is divided into two broadly: expenditure, outflow, that is I spend, I pay insurance premium, I pay medical insurance premium, I pay interest on educational loan, I give donation. Okay, outflow or expenditure oriented. I receive royalty, I receive interest from bank, savings bank. Okay, so inflow or income oriented deduction. So expenditure, outflow oriented deduction and inflow oriented deductions, that is how broadly we are classifying this chapter as. Our friend Deepika ma'am is there. Hi Deepika.
Hello, sir. Hi, friends.
Yeah. You have something to tell them, you can take your time.
Okay. Just thought I'll quickly catch up with them since it's been long since I've spoken to them. So, friends, I hope you're all doing well and preparing well too. Okay, so something that I always wish to convey is that don't panic, don't worry about these this news thing, whatever is coming in the news feed, etc. about examinations, etc. Just go ahead with the flow. I'm sure all of you will be able to do well. All of you are going to do well, and give this exam and come up with great numbers. So I don't want to take much of your time since sir is in the flow of taking classes, and I know what sir's flow is with respect to tax classes. So thank you for the opportunity, sir. So I'll catch up with them probably sometime later also.
So actually, if you have any doubts with Deepika, you can ask. Okay, and I have to tell you that one of our friend Rania has a lot of questions for us. Okay, and she will be definitely posting the question to us later. I told her that I'll answer all the questions slowly. But friends, if you have any doubts to Deepika, you can, because I don't know when you will meet next. I mean, chatting or texting her is different. If you can benefit, it will benefit the class if you have a doubt.
Yes, friends, please go on.
Okay, so you can chat with her, or you can text her for your doubts on accounts or generally on various aspects. Thanks, Deepika, and I'll move with the flow now.
Thank you, sir.
So, 80C to 80U, outflow or expenditure oriented 80. Okay, so this is how the chapter is broadly divided. Now, our focus is going to be on the whole things, leaving out the smaller things. I mean, leaving out ATI, etc. We are going to focus on every aspect. So can I request now to take your notebook, and draw the diagrams as I say. Draw the diagrams as I keep on saying. You have to draw the diagram. As usual, after the end, if you can post it. If you can post it in the group, taking a pic of it, it will be benefiting all. So, the diagram should go like this, my dear friends. The diagram should go like this. First, let us talk about section 80C. First about 80C. Okay. First about section 80C. Okay. Slash, we can even write it as in the center of the line. 80CCC slash 80CCD. Okay. All these things in the center of the line with the 3 falling branches. Okay, it's for some time theory. I wish you get it once so that we are hitting at it without any difficulty. With the 3 falling branches, extreme left, okay, extreme left, okay, part 1, under that contributions and investment. Extreme left, part 1, under that contribution and investment. Contribution and investment. I'm first completing that tree, that branch of it, and then only coming contribution and investment. Under that LIP, I'm not getting the list, I'm just giving you hints, that's all. LIP hyphen assessee spouse children, assessee spouse children, open bracket, 20%, 10%, 15%, or actual, whichever is less. 20%, 10%, 15%, or actual, whichever is less. Just giving you some hints, that's all. 2 points to remember type. I'm still in the first branch. Till I say don't come to the second branch. I'm still in the first branch. Okay. Second point there is, sorry friends, children education restricted to 2 children. School fees or children educational fees restricted to 2 children. Restricted to 2 children. Third point, employees contribution to pension fund. Employees contribution to pension fund restricted to 10% of salary. Restricted to 10% of salary. That is 80CCD part 1, but don't worry about it. I'm still in branch 1. The tail of the branch should say maximum qualifying amount or rupees 1,50,000, whichever is less. Maximum deduction, qualifying amount or rupees 1,50,000, whichever is less. Maximum deduction, qualifying amount or rupees 1,50,000, whichever is less. Second branch, voluntary contribution to national pension scheme. Voluntary, that is the highlighting word. Voluntary contribution to national pension scheme. Under that, actual or rupees 50,000, whichever is less. Actual or rupees 50,000, whichever is less. Third branch. Employer's contribution to pension fund. Employer's contribution to pension fund. 80 CCD subsection 2. 80 CCD subsection 2. Under that, okay, first include the whole contribution as part of gross salary. First include the whole contribution as part of gross salary. First include the whole contribution as part of gross salary. Under that, deduction under section 80 CCD subsection 2. Deduction under section 80 CCD subsection 2 hyphen restricted to 10% of gross salary, restricted to 10% of gross salary slash 14% in the case of government employees. 14% in the case of government employees. In 80C, one more chart, please. In 80C, one more chart. Under this chart, followed by this one more chart under 80C. Pension contribution is the heading. Pension contribution is the heading. 4 falling branches. Pension for contribution is the heading. 4 falling branches. Extreme left. Annuity linked pension scheme. Annuity linked pension scheme. Second branch. Employees contribution maximum 10% of salary. Maximum 10% of salary. Branch 1, annuity linked pension. Branch 2, employees contribution maximum 10%. Under that, cover these two things with a flower bracket. Branch 1 and branch 2 cover these two things. Commonly write, both will be in part 1 with a maximum restriction of 1,50,000. Both will be in part 1 with a maximum restriction of 1,50,000. Third branch, voluntary contribution to NPS. Voluntary contribution to NPS. Under that, actual or part 2, under that part 2, actual or rupees 50,000, whichever is less. Part 2, actual or rupees 50,000, whichever is less. Fourth branch, employer contribution to employer's contribution to pension fund, employer's contribution to pension fund restricted to 10% of salary. Restricted to 10% of salary. Part 3. Part 3. So this is 80C. This is the chart of 80C. Come to the chart of next chart 80D. Medical insurance premium, CGHS, Central Government Health Scheme, preventive health checkup, medical expenses for senior citizen not covered by policy. All these things are together covered in 80. Two falling branches, extreme left, policy 1, under that assessee, spouse, dependent children. Assessee, spouse, dependent children. Under that, actual or 25,000, whichever is less. Actual or 25,000, whichever is less. On the right hand side, policy 2, parents of the assessee. Under that, actual or rupees 25,000, whichever is less. Actual or 25,000, whichever is less. Put a flower bracket for both these things, common condition. If insured is a senior citizen, hyphen 50,000. If insured is a senior citizen, hyphen 50,000. Next, preventive health checkup restricted to rupees 5,000 in total. Preventive health checkup restricted to rupees 5,000 in total. Next, except preventive health checkup, other things can only be, except preventive health checkup, other things cannot be in cash. Except preventive health checkup, other things cannot be in cash. Next chart, other medical deduction. With the two falling other medical deduction center, two falling branches. Other medical deduction in the center, two falling branches. Left hand side, 80DD. Dependent disabled person. 80DD. Dependent disabled person. Dependent disabled person. Under that 75,000 or 1,25,000 open bracket, actual amount to be ignored. எப்போ 75,000? When it is partial disability. When it is complete disability, 1,25,000. Question silent, only provide 75. So 75 or 125 actual to be ignored. On the right hand side, 80DDB. 80DDB. Specified disease. Specified disease. Actual or rupees 40,000. Actual or rupees 40,000 open bracket, rupees 1 lakh for senior citizens. Close bracket, whichever is less. Actual or 40,000, whichever is less, but senior citizen means actual or 60, 1 lakh, whichever is less. When I say senior citizen, I mean the person ailing is a senior citizen.
சார் இன்னொரு கேஸ் வந்து அசசி டிசேபிள்டா இருந்தா அதுக்கு ஒரு செக்ஷன் இருக்குல்ல சார்?
80U. I'll come to that. Next, might be a fresh page of writing also, or depending upon your page you should plan, because I'm going to have 4 different things. Interest, okay, it need not be branch, it can be boxes, columns also, it can be boxes also, but interest, there are 4 things which I am going to dictate. Interest, there are 4 things which I am going to, 4 sections which we are going to see for interest. It can be in boxes or it can be a tree diagram, however it is, columns. Please follow it. One by one we will close it. One by one we will close it. Extreme left, ATE hyphen educational loan. Under that, actual interest allowed as deduction. Actual interest allowed as deduction. Under that, assessee or parents, whoever repay, they can claim. Assessee here is one who pursue the education, or the parents can claim. Second box or second column, 80EE. 80EE. Okay. 80EE, my dear friends. Interest on housing loan. One by one, the condition, neatly write down. House value should not exceed 50 lakhs. House value should not exceed 50 lakhs. Loan should not exceed 35 lakhs. Loan should not exceed 35 lakhs. Loan should not exceed 35 lakhs. Next point, already 2 lakhs claimed in IHP. Next point. First I should have given it as first point itself. Sorry, next point. House should have been purchased in 1617. House should have been purchased in financial year 1617. House should have been purchased in financial year 1617. Next point. It should be first house and self-occupied. It should be the first house and self-occupied. It should be the first house and self-occupied. Next point. Rupees 2 lakhs would have been claimed in IHP. So already you would have claimed 2 lakhs in IHP. This section allows interest exceeding 2 lakhs. This section allows interest exceeding 2 lakhs or rupees 50,000, whichever is less. This section allows interest exceeding 2 lakhs or rupees 50,000, whichever is less. The third branch, my dear friends, the third branch, write down 80EEA. 80EEA. Again, interest on housing loans and amended provision. Stamp value of the house should not exceed 45 lakhs. Stamp value of the house should not exceed 45 lakhs. 80 EEA, 80 EE, you would have written loan not exceed 35 lakhs. Here put a dash, no such condition. We will write comparatively so that you will find it easy. Third, house purchased in financial year 1920. Of course, it's there next year also, but for us it is only 1920 which is of importance. They extended it, but let's not worry. House purchased in FY 1920. Next, same condition, put a tick mark. First house and self-occupied. First house, self-occupied. Next condition, 2 lakhs will be claimed in IHP, interest exceeding 2 lakhs or rupees 1,50,000, whichever is less. Interest exceeding 2 lakhs or rupees 1,50,000, whichever is less. The last, 80 EEB, section 80 EEB, electric vehicles, purchase of electric vehicles in 1920, or it is there for us after 1/4/19 on or after 1/4/2019. Purchase of electric vehicles on or after 1/4/2019. Actual interest or rupees 1,50,000, whichever is less. Actual interest or rupees 1,50,000, whichever is less. Come to the bottom of the table, put a flower basket covering all the 4 things. Loan should be from a recognized financial institution. That's a common condition. Loan should be from a recognized financial institution. This is 80E. This is 80E. The next chart, donations. The next chart, donations. 3 falling branches. The next chart, donations. 3 falling branches. Extreme left, 80G. Extreme left, 80G. Under that, write down whatever I am saying. 100% for PMNRF, Prime Minister's National Relief Fund. Okay. ரைட். இது உங்களுடைய நோட்ஸ்க்காக எழுதுறேன். எனி நேஷனல் ஃபண்ட், ஓகே, anything, national children fund, national defense fund, national blood transfusion council, okay, it will national universities of national eminence. So national vandale you can be sure of 100%. You can be sure of 100. This is for your notes I am writing. Clean Ganga, Swachh Bharat, Sukanya Samruddhi. Oh, the 80C, sorry. Clean Ganga, Swachh Bharat. Maybe because they have introduced it before March, maybe they might have PM Care in the cares. Okay, that's a new fund. They have introduced it on March 25th. So, if at all somebody wants to question, let us answer. 50%. Again, branch 1 only I am there. I am not coming to branch 2. 50% for PM Drought Fund. Please add this if I have not given it to you. PM Drought Fund. Okay. Nehru, Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi Memorials. This is a short notes for you for easy remembrance. And still in that branch only, 100% for government to promote family planning, 50% for all others subject to limit of 10% of ATI. Subject to a limit of 10% of ATI. Don't worry, I will work out a question and show you. Don't worry, I will work out a question and show you. Middle branch, 80 GGA. 80 GGA, Scientific Research and Rural Development. And under that, 100% if not claimed in PGBP. Suppose if you have claimed it in section 35, you cannot claim it here because there you might have even claimed 150%. Here, if it is a salaried or house property, doesn't have business income, they can claim 100% if not claimed in PGBP. The last branch, 80 GGB and GGC. Political donation. நமக்கு 80 GGC தான் because companies க்கு தான் 80 GGB. For all of the inter it is only 80 GGC. 100%. 100%. Put a bracket covering that. One minute. Put a bracket covering all the three things. 1 minute. Just need to verify on only one thing. Somebody was also asking me material எப்படி கொடுத்திருக்கேன், that's why. Everywhere it is only 2000. Put a common condition. Put a common condition. Donation in excess of rupees 2000 in cash or bearer check or cross the check. Donation in excess of rupees 2000, 2000 only all over. In cash, bearer check or cross the check will not qualify. Not 10,000, only 2,000. If I have made it as 10,000 in the classroom, please correct it. Only 2,000. Donation in excess of 2,000 will not qualify. Last of the outflow oriented 80 GG. 80 GG. Rent paid. Rent paid. We know it is not for HRA, RFA, etc. I am not writing those conditions. I am just writing the deduction. Okay. Okay. 25% of ATI. Rent paid minus 10% of ATI. 5,000 per month. That is 60,000. Whichever is less. Whichever is less. Whichever is less. JJAA, I'll work out and show you. Royalty based deduction in next, not the center of the line, royalty based. Center of the line, royalty based. Two falling branches. Royalty based, two falling branches. Left is 80 QQB, right is 80 RRB. Left is 80 QQB and right is 80 RRB. QQB, RRB. Under QQB, for authors, actual or rupees 3 lakhs, whichever is less. Actual or rupees 3 lakhs, whichever is less. Right hand side. For patents. For patents. Actual or rupees 3 lakhs, whichever is less. Next chart, interest income based. Next chart, interest income based. Left hand side, two branches, 80 TTA and the right hand side, 80 TTB. Left hand side, 80 TTA, right hand side, 80 TTB. Under 80 TTA, individuals not covered under 80 TTB. Individuals not covered under 80 TTB. I'm still in that branch only. Only savings bank interest, it can be from bank or post office. only savings account னு வெச்சுப்போம். Savings account interest, it can be with bank or post office. It can be bank or post office. Okay. Actual or rupees 10,000, whichever is less. Actual or rupees 10,000, whichever is less. On the right hand side, for senior citizen, interest from savings, FD, RD of bank or post office qualifies. Actual or rupees 50,000, whichever is less. Actual or rupees 50,000, 50,000, whichever is less. ATU, assessee being disabled. Assessee being disabled, separate no branch and all, only one thing. 75,000 or 1,25,000, as the case may be. As the case may be, 75,000 or 1,25,000, as the case may be. Last, 80 JJAA for business associates. Additional wages paid for new workmen. Additional wages paid for new workmen. I'll work out and show you a solution also. Additional wages paid for new workmen. New workmen means salary less than rupees 25,000 per month. Salary less than rupees 25,000 per month. Covered under PF. Worked for 240 days minimum. 150 days for seasonal industry. Salary less than 25,000, covered under PF, worked for minimum of 240 days. 8 months the person should have worked. Deduction 30% of additional wages. I'll work out and show you 30% of additional wages. This is your deductions in total, the theory. This is your deductions in total, the theory. Take a small time, look through it. Whoever has written it absolutely clear, I know many of you, please post it in the group itself.
Sir?
Listening.
Sir, that in 80G, the 25%, what is that provision, sir?
80.
80G, if it is recognized with income tax, we can claim 25% of that amount contributed.
Can you tell me what it is?
Sure, sir.
Send me a pic of it.
சார்
Yes.
சார் எனக்கு ஒரு டவுட் சார். என்னன்னா, நம்ம வந்து இந்த எல்டிசிஜி மட்டும் இன்கம் இருக்குன்னா நம்ம அந்த 2,50,000 எக்ஸம்ஷன் லிமிட் கொடுப்போம்ல சார்.
ஆமாம்.
அதே மாதிரி வின்னிங்ஸ்க்கும் கொடுக்க முடியுமா
கொடுக்க
சார்?
முடியாது. அந்த
ஓகே சார்.
அந்த பெனிஃபிட், அந்த டெபிசிட் அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட் இஸ் ஒன்லி ஃபார் கேபிட்டல் கெயின்ஸ், நாட் ஃபார் வின்னிங்ஸ்.
ஓகே சார்.
Sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, in the salaries chapter and this deduction, we have that employee contribution, no, sir.
Yeah.
I'm getting confused with all those. Can you say in that chapter what we do and here?
Employees' contribution to Provident Fund. Salary chapter, we don't do anything. It is always forming part of gross salary. We remain silent over there and allow it as a deduction. Allow it as a deduction under 80C. Employer contribution to Provident Fund will never enter deductions chapter. More than 12%, only in salary chapter we will tax.
Okay, sir. And here we have employers contribution.
Pension da. Pension I have given you the graph. Look at it.
Okay, sir.
Sir, 80 CCD Part 2, you have given 10% of gross salary. Is it gross salary or
salary தான் கொடுத்திருப்பேன். Basic pay plus DA plus commission forming part. அதுதான்.
Okay. Like இப்போ சொல்லும்போது you said gross salary.
Sorry, Lalaja. Dashit, நான் அந்த ப்ரொவிஷன் பார்த்துட்டு உனக்கு சொல்றேன். I want to see the material what it is. In the next sessions, I will try to come back to you on that.
Okay, sir.
Let's now crack it absolutely. Okay. Question number 1. Ashish is eligible for a basic salary of 1 lakh per month. DA 40% of basic salary, 50% for par. Ashish and his employer contribute 14% of salary to pension fund. Specify the treatment. Specify the treatment. ஒரு extra பண்ணலாம், okay, to make our friend Rutanya also very clear. We will say 14% both for pension fund and provident fund. Okay, I will change the question a bit. For 14% for pension fund, which is most important to understand. I will also work out if suppose 14% is for provident fund, so that you are very clear. Okay, right. Salary for the purpose of PF and pension fund. Okay, basic salary 1 lakh into 12 lakhs. DA forming part, DA forming 40% and 50% forms part into 40% into 50%. Okay, total salary. For this purpose, my total salary is 14,40,000. I am going to make you understand. Suppose if employee contributes 14% of basic salary to the provident fund, okay, to provident fund, my dear friends, okay, RPF I contribute. So what happens? 12 lakh into 14% employee contributes. I am very clear. I am first talking about employees contribution, okay, right? No adjustment in salaries as it will be part of basic pay. You need not reduce it in salary. It is part of basic pay. It is taxable there. Suppose they have said salary is 10 lakhs after reducing 2 lakhs employees contribution to PF. Salary will become 12 lakhs. Because in salary structure, you should not allow any deduction for employees contribution. It is taxable on gross basis. Okay, taxable on gross. However, ATC can be claimed. This will be qualifying in part 1. This will be qualifying in part 1. First, I am talking about Provident Fund employees contribution because to make it clear to anybody who has this doubt. Suppose if employer contributes 14% of basic pay, okay, to RPF, recognized provident fund. Who is contributing? Employer. Employer contributing. How much is contributing? 14% to provident fund. To provident fund. What happens is actual contribution 14% of basic pay. So 12 lakh into 14%. Less 12% of salary. We know the definition of salary. Okay. Less 12% of salary. Okay. Since employer contribution is less than 12%, no adjustment. Had it been more than 12%, such excess will be taxable as salary. This is all with regard to PF. With regard to PF, this is what you have to do.
Sir, always employer and employee will contribute equal percentage.
Matching.
So if the question, if they say employer has contributed, should we also assume employee would have contributed and
Normally,
work
they
out?
will give employer and employee. If they say employer has contributed, they have stopped with gross salary. They are not asking you to compute totally. But
Okay.
normally, you can assume, you can make the assumption. Now I am coming to pension fund. And now I am coming to pension fund. Okay. Now I am coming to pension fund. Employees contribution. No adjustment in salary. Okay. Actual contribution or 10% of salary. Whichever is less is taken in part 1 as qualifying amount. Okay, actual contributed எவ்வளோ இருக்கு 14% I have contributed. Actual contributed 14% of basic pay. 14% of basic pay. Okay. Okay. A maximum allowed 10% of salary. We know the definition of salary. It is coming to 14 lakh 40,000 to 10%. So 1 lakh 44,000. Okay, 1 lakh 44,000 will be qualifying amount in part 1. இதுதான் எம்ப்ளாயீஸ் கான்ட்ரிபியூஷனை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் ஓகே the answer employees contribution. This is the answer for pension fund. Okay, now employer contribution. Employer contribution, first include the actual contribution to salary, that is nothing but 1,68,000. First include whatever contributed to salary. Then deduction under section 80 CCD subsection 2. Deduction under section 80 CCD subsection 2, third branch. Okay, actual contribution, which is 1,68,000, 10% of okay salary, which is 1,44,000. Whichever is less can be directly, that is claimed as deduction. Okay, you claim 1,44,000 as deduction.
Sir, this 1,68,000 is added to GTA, sir.
Added to GTA, yes. Gross total. Raghav contributed to medical insurance premium of himself, spouse, father, senior citizen, not dependent, not problem, and mother 20,000 each. Apart from this, he also spent 2,000 each in preventive health checkup. Okay, apart from it, 2,000 each in preventive health checkup. Compute maximum deduction. Medical insurance policy, he has taken 20,000 each. So here it will be 20,000 into 2, 40,000. Okay, 40,000. Okay, never include preventive health checkup here. Maximum restricted to, okay, you will have only 25,000. I will not include preventive health checkup here because no use including. No use including. Policy 2. Parents need not be dependent. Senior citizen. Medical insurance policy 20,000 into 2, 40,000. Preventive health checkup 2,000 into 2 for 4,000. So the entire amount will qualify 44,000. Total deduction under 80D. Total deduction under 80D is 769,000. .
சார் இந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின்ல 80CCD1B வரவே வராதா சார்? இந்த என்பிஎஸ் கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன்
No, Bharat,
50,000.
that is not a voluntary contribution. This is mandatory contribution. Employees' contribution.
So pension fund and pension scheme are different, sir.
The interchangeable terms now.
So, but we have voluntary contribution to pension scheme, sir. And
Fund,
we have
fund and scheme are interchangeable terms now.
Okay, sir.
இந்த சேம் கொஸ்டின் புக்கில் இந்த 80CCD1B வச்சுட்டு கொஞ்சம் டிஃப்ரெண்டாக போட்டிருக்காங்க சார். என்ன பண்ணியிருக்காங்கன்னு புரியவே இல்லை சார். 36,000 தான் டோட்டல் அமௌண்ட். 168,000ல 144,000 மைனஸ் பண்ணிட்டு என்ன பண்ணியிருக்காங்கன்னு புரியல சார் அவங்க.
இது புரிஞ்சது இல்ல?
ஓகே சார். இது நம்ம எப்படி போட்டிருக்கோம்னா தனித்தனியா எம்ப்ளாயர் தனித்தனியா கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ற மாதிரி போட்டுருக்கோம்.
But if you understand this, you please take this. நான் புக்கையும் பார்க்கறேன் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்காங்கன்றது.
Okay, sir.
This is if this is understandable, take this. You take 144, Raja. You take 144. He says, the remaining can be taken as a voluntary contribution. No, you should not take. இது நிறைய கேஸ்ல வந்துருத்தி இதுக்கு. Okay, the remaining cannot be taken as voluntary contribution. நிறைய கேஸ்ல வந்துருத்து ராஜா. So it is only mandatory contribution. You take it as 144, Raja. Question 3. What are all the various benefits available for senior citizens on overall manner? Okay, quickly I will write. Okay, so that one consolidated page you will have. Okay, what are all the various benefit for senior citizen? Basic exemption limit 3 lakhs. Basic exemption limit is 3 lakhs, my dear friends. They can take 3 lakhs. Okay, ETD is 50,000. Okay, actual அது வேற. 80 DDB is 1 lakh. 80 TTB is 50,000. 80 TTB is 50,000. If senior citizen does not have business income, then no advance tax. If senior citizen does not have business income, then they need not pay any advance tax. That's all. These are all on a comprehensive basis. Whenever we reach 60 years, okay, right? I want to tell you something. Even if on 1st April 2020, if an individual completes 60 years, then for FY 1920 itself, he will be a senior citizen, because 1st April 1960 if you are born, for 31st March 2020 you complete 60 years, not on 1st April 2020. Nama birthday based porom, but actually you complete 60 years as on 31st March 2020. So even if somebody is born on 1st April and completes 60, birthday is 60 on 1st April, but for financial year 1920 he will be taken as a senior citizen. Question 4. Bhaskar gives you the following particulars. Compute total deduction available under Chapter 6A. Educational fees paid to his children. All three are major, dependent. Only two can be taken. Medical insurance premium paid for 3 children. All 3 can be taken. Maximum restricted to 25,000 in policy 1. Repayment of interest on loan taken for pursuing higher studies. All 3 can be taken. All 3 can be taken. Okay. All 3 can be taken. Right. So question 4. 80C qualifying amount only for 2 children. So I will take whichever is the higher, 16 plus 26, 16,000 plus 26,000. Okay. 80D, all 3 children will qualify under policy 1. Okay. So all 3 children, 11 plus 8 plus 10, 11,000 plus 8,000 plus 10,000. But the overall restriction is 25,000. But the overall restriction is 25,000. 80E, educational loan interest, all 3 children interest portion can be claimed. All the 3 children interest portion can be claimed. 8,000 plus 6,000 plus 17,000. 8,000 plus 6,000 plus 17,000. 8,000, all the 3 children can be claimed. I will work out the 6th question first. Okay. I will work out the 6th question first. Okay. First, the individual questions mudichittu we will go for comprehensive answering. Okay. 6th question. Mr. A commenced the business of manufacture of computers on 1/4/19. He employed 350 new employees. The details are 75 people, 24,000 from 1/4/2019 qualifying. 125 people, 26,000 does not qualify. Salary should not exceed 25,000. 50 people, casual, so they will not be covered under PF. And also their salary is exceeding. 100 people only from 1/9. 1/9 na September, October, November, December, Jan, Feb, March. 210 days only. But minimum there should be 240 days. Minimum there should be 240 days. Regular employees participate under RPF, casual doesn't. Compute the deduction for if the profit and gains derived is 75 lakhs on the total turnover of 2 crore 16 lakhs. No problem. Question 6. 75 employee, okay, the heading is, okay, computation of 80 JJAA. 75 employees qualify as all conditions are fulfilled. So what will happen? 75 employees. Each are paid monthly 24,000 into 12 months. Okay, into 12 months, because all the 12 months they are employed. 75 into 24,000 into 12. 75 into 24,000 into 12. 125 employees do not qualify as the salary exceeds rupees 25,000. Casual employees do not qualify as they are not covered in PF, and also salary exceeds. Not covered in PF போதும், அதுதான் correct condition. Okay, casual employees do not qualify because they are not covered under PF. 100 employees qualify, sorry, do not qualify as they are not employed for 240 days during the previous year, during 1920. Because September to March, 7 months only they are employed. Minimum 8 months is required to qualify under this one. Total qualifying amount. Total qualifying amount 2 crores 16 lakhs. Deduction at 30%. Okay, you can claim this as deduction. This manufacture of footwear is a seasonal industry, but nowhere they in study material or anywhere they have not given the list of seasonal industry. So I don't expect a question, but if they say seasonal industry, then you can take it. Okay, for example, I am saying if it is a seasonal industry, then 150 days is the condition. Okay, if it is a seasonal industry, 150 days. So what happened? This will stay. 2 crores 16 lakhs will stay. Okay, 100 employees will qualify as they are employed from September. Okay, so what will be the computation? 100 into 24,000 into 7 months. 100 into 24,000 into 7 months. So the amount, so the total qualifying amount, so the total qualifying amount will be this. Okay, deduction at 30% will be Friends, I stop here so that I can take all the other questions as assessment of individuals and start working this evening. Friends, I want 2 more sessions. So I request you for one additional session tomorrow morning because I don't want to rush up also. At the same time, I want to complete the full syllabus in a condensed manner. So I request you to extend it to tomorrow morning also. Okay. So tonight, again at 6 o'clock, we are meeting. We will complete assessment of individual. Tomorrow morning, TDS, advanced tax, and filing of returns, by which you can be going ahead and confidently taking up examination. So meet you again today evening at 6 p.m. All the best.